We have you surrounded! Come to Jacobstown!
I hate Jacobstown. I hate Jacobstown.
Hi. How's it going? So, I love Fallout New Vegas. This game is probably my favorite RPG of all time. And I'm not exaggerating. I like it a lot. But unfortunately, it was put through a very rushed production and a large part of it was left unfinished. And that means that some parts of the game ended up aging like milk in the fridge. One such example in the game is a little place in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, all the way to the northwest side of the map, called Jacobstown. I really do not like Jacobstown. You see, other areas in the game don't take a lot of effort to get to, and you can approach them from very different angles. But not Jacobstown. Jacobstown has to be different. You can only approach this lame-ass ski lodge by going up this long-ass fucking road that's less fun to walk on as being stuck behind an old lady going downstairs and need to go to the bathroom, which is at the bottom of the stairs. Every single playthrough, whenever I have to go to this dreaded place, I just roll my eyes and I have to control myself from not toggling no clip. There isn't even anything interesting to look at while you're going up the stupid ass road. Oh, look at those trees, right? And all that snow. My god, it's the worst Christmas ever. There is no danger besides some big hornets that just whir XD at you if you get too close. And maybe a Yolguai or two if you're using the Living Desert mod, but by this point in the game, you're more than well equipped to take it down without trouble. But apart from that, you're just holding down W hoping for this walk to end. And then you finally get to Jacobstown, and look, it's Marcus. You might recognize them if you play the earlier Fallout games. I have not done that yet, but I will someday, I promise. He says some shit, I don't remember, then you walk around and see that this place is empty as fuck. Everyone's a mutant and they don't want to talk to you. You're not part of the cool mutant boy club. So you head inside and my god, it's still empty as shit. You look to the right and you see an old man. This is Dr. Henry. He's as interesting to talk to as watching paint dry. You can do the same to his assistant and it's the same thing, just that this time the drywall's falling off.
Nice to meet you.
But if you don't look to the right and instead you look to the left when you come in, you will see Thanos himself. You can talk to him, he doesn't like you very much and say some mean words. And then after that you can do that thing that the guy from Omega does. It's actually kind of funny. And then he stops talking to you.
Humans.
Anyway, what content is there in bumfuck nowhere? Well, for your long walk here, you shall be rewarded with 3 quests. The first quest is finding out why the hell the local Night Stalker population is becoming visible at will. Sounds horrifying. So we recruit Lily, an old lady who got Thanos-fied, and we waltz into the Night Stalker cave. We purge some dark snakes from existence, and we find their chew toy. A chewed stealth boy prototype. That sucked. We go back to Dr. Bohr, and now he has to perform a life cystoscopy on my grandmother.
Strange, but good.
After being mentally scarred from that experience, Thanos breaks into the room and demands to have the chewed stealth boy prototype all for himself. We tell him that he's a big dum-dum poo-poo head, and he goes away. And there we go. That's the quest. That's Lily's personal quest done. Just like that. But, oh no, we go outside and it turns out there's mean people shooting up the ski lodge. I like how it's called a ski lodge even though there's literally nowhere to ski. Anyway, Marcus needs our help. We have to stop the big bullies with guns. We walk over to them, tell them to go lick a fat one, go back to Marcus. Quest done. So that's 2 quests and none of them were very intriguing. So what's the 3rd quest? Why, it doesn't even start in Jacobstown. Rex is a robodog and needs a new brain because brain tumors or something. And this quest is real fun. That was sarcasm, by the way. Talk to the king, talk to the spiky-haired lady in Freeside, talk to the king, and now go to Jacobstown. Oh boy, good thing I can just fast travel there. Talk to the old guy, and now I get to pick from 3 different brains to give to Rex. The options are crackhead dog, not happening anytime soon, and normal dog. Seriously, I don't see any point in not just picking old lady Gibson's dog every time. It's less troublesome, gives Rex a buff in damage, and it's just faster. I know that the Legion Mongrel gives Rex extra DT, which is important in the hardcore mode, but that requires advancing the main quest so you can unlock the 4th in the first place, and I don't like stalling side quests, so I just don't care. Anyway, back to the main point. After we watch an old lady commit animal abuse, we travel back to Jacobstown and we talk to the doctor. He performs the transplant, and the quest is done. Jacobstown's quests are mostly just talking to people. Sure, there are a few parts here and there where there might be some optional combat, but it's over as quickly as it starts. For the most parts, Jacobstown's only challenge is your patience. The Night Stalker cave is boring, the characters except for Marcus are boring, the whole place is just boring. You know what's even better? You see this huge pond right here, right in front of the lodge? Yeah, this pond was actually present in the vanilla game when it came out. It's not exactly modded. The thing is though is that they removed it with a patch later on, so I'm actually using a mod that restores the pond. Obsidian literally went out of their way to make this place even more boring. Here's what it looks like without the pond. Jeez. So yeah, that's the lame piece of shit, that's Jacobstown. Not even the first track here on my first ever playthrough on console was interesting. It's just so far away from everything else, it can only be accessed with one long boring road. You get here and it's empty as hell. There's only one interesting character just because it's recycled from Fallout 2, and there's only 3 quests, none of which are interesting to do, 2 of them being personal companion quests that just suck. Thank God the rest of the game's not like this though. This location is just one bad apple in the middle of a bunch of good ones. The rest of the world is pretty interesting to explore, and the rest of the game, as I said before, is great and totally worth playing. Anyway, more of the story. Nuclear annihilation is fun. Wait, am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, Dr. Henry. Dr. Henry is important in Arcade Games questline. Yeah, now I remember. Anyway, don't go to Jacobstown.